Could the Giants be looking to kill two birds with one stone in the first round of the NFL draft? What is up, y'all? It's your boy, Jay Dimes, and we are finally back at it with another New York Giants video, back at it with another New York Giants banger. And before we get into this one, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and leave a like, comment, definitely hit the subscribe button, and join the channel. Now, we've gone through the UNC Pro Day, the LSU Pro Day, and the Washington Pro Day. And the New York Giants were in attendance for the Washington Pro Day. They watched Michael Penix Jr. throw bombs to Rome Odunze and Jalen Polk and Jalen McMillan. It was great. It was awesome. And what I came up with was the possibility, the hypothetical mock draft, first round for the New York Giants. And that's them grabbing a wide receiver at pick 6 and then trading up into the first round for Michael Penix Jr. Now let's go into it. So Malik Neighbors at his LSU Pro Day lit it up. Had a great combine type workout at his Pro Day. Had a great 40 time, looked explosive, just looked like a wide receiver 1 in the draft. And a lot of people are starting to say he could be wide receiver 1. He could be the first wide receiver off the board over a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. So let's say Malik Neighbors is off the board. Let's say Malik Neighbors is the number 1 wide receiver taken in the draft. Then that leaves the New York Giants most likely, because the Vikings would possibly trade up with the Cardinals or the Chargers, right? And that would leave the New York Giants at pick 6 with Marvin Harrison Jr. for the taking. You take him and you slide him in as your ex-wide receiver 1 of the future. Elite wide receiver prospect in Marvin Harrison Jr. I would be pumped up. That's automatically an A+ draft pick if it were to happen for the New York Giants. Now, Joe Shane, Brian Dable, like I said, were there at the Washington Pro Day, and they saw Michael Penix Jr. throw bombs. They saw that arm talent. They saw that arm, and he looked great at his Pro Day. Looked amazing. And a question that I want to ask you is, how would you feel about trading up for Michael Penix Jr. in the first round of the draft? Personally, I would not mind that. If the Giants are able to grab one of these wide receivers at 6, not getting a quarterback, but you grab one of those wide receivers, and then you see a team in the middle or the back end of the first round. Now, I don't know if he would be there. A team like the Raiders, a team like the Broncos could possibly be in on Michael Penix Jr. I don't know if the Giants would trade up that far in the first round to get him. But if we're looking at the middle round of the first, we're looking at the back end if he makes it to that, area of the first round, how would you feel about the Giants trading up for him? Yes, it would take them pick 47. That would be gone. That would definitely be gone. But you're going out and you're getting your QB1. Let me sell you on Michael Penix Jr. real quick. We're talking about a guy here that has great arm talent. One of the best deep balls in this draft class. You're looking at his season last year at Washington, and it was just off the charts amazing. And I know some people say that you shouldn't take Michael Penix Jr. because of the injuries. Well, yes, he's coming off. Well, he has tore both of his ACLs in his collegiate career. That is true. But that's 2 years in the past. That was back at Indiana. He's been, playing football, healthy, being on the field 2 years now. So that doesn't really scare me away from a possible Michael Penix Jr. selection or trade up for the Giants. Every player gets hurt. Let's not act like this isn't football. Some people say age. Well, okay, is him being, 24 going to stop me from going out there and getting a guy that I think could be our QB1? Hell no. Outside of that, what else can you say that Michael Penix Jr. really can't do? I know some people say mobility is a question mark. Well, if you go back and watch the Texans game from the college football playoff this past season, he was making plays out of the pocket. He was extending plays and just making plays on the run also. So, in my opinion, I would love for the Giants to do this. They've met with him. They've talked with him. And if the Giants really do like Michael Penix Jr., I don't know if they would take him at 6. I don't know if I would like that. I'm not sure. I would rather go with one of the top 2 wide receivers over Michael Penix Jr. at 6. But if we grab one of those wide receivers at 6, or even if a scenario where the Vikings don't trade up into the top 5 with the Chargers or the Cardinals, and they both take wide receivers, that would leave the Giants to take Rome Odunze, which would mean that you are still pairing up Rome Odunze and Michael Penix Jr. on the pro level with each other. They would already have chemistry. They would already be in tuned as quarterback and wide receiver. They will already have a connection with each other. And if that is a way that it plays out, you gotta love that for not just the Giants, but for those two guys as rookies and as teammates. So that's just another scenario if the Vikings don't trade up into the top 5 of the draft. I would not mind trading up for Michael Penix Jr. I wouldn't. Now, is he Caleb Williams? Is he Drake May? Hell, is he Jaden Daniels? No. But I think he's better than J.J. McCarthy. I personally think he's better than J.J. McCarthy. You know what I mean? If the Vikings are trading up for J.J. McCarthy, sending 2 first-round picks in this draft for J.J. McCarthy, but we go out and we trade up into the mid-20s for Michael Penix Jr., I think that's a better trade for us than it is for the Vikings, personally. And I know some Giants fans say, oh, Evan Neal's going to be blocking his blind side because he's a left-handed thrower. Well, most likely, if we're being honest with ourselves, if Evan Neal isn't playing good in camp, he's most likely not going to start for the Giants at right tackle. That explains why the Giants went out and signed Jermaine Illuminor. So, again, why not? So, I'm just spitballing here. We have, a couple of more days, around, 20-something days, 30-something days, I'm not sure, until the draft. So we have time to really see what the Giants want to do. But let me end you out on this. Last year, the Giants traded up for Deonte Banks. Though it was only one spot up, they made sure that they went out and got the guy they wanted. They also traded up for Jalen Hyatt in the 3rd round. So the Giants and Joe Schoen have shown that they will trade up for a guy if they want them. They won't just stay at a spot and hope that they get them unless a team just doesn't want to trade up. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying that it's a lock to happen. I'm not going to do that. But I do think that this will be a great scenario for the New York Giants. Grabbing your wide receiver 1 of the future in Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Neighbors, and grabbing your QB1 for the future in Michael Penix Jr., a guy who I think could play day 1. You know what I mean? But we'll see. But that's just a hypothetical scenario that I would love the Giants to go out and do. It's a dream for me. Outside of grabbing Drake May, my second dream in the draft would be grabbing wide receiver 1, Malik Neighbors or Marvin Harrison Jr. at 6, and then trading back into the 1st round for Michael Penix Jr. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, because I know some people are not that high on Michael Penix Jr. If you disagree, let me know. If you agree, also let me know. But if you enjoyed this video, go leave a like, comment, and definitely hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and until next time, it's Boy J Dimes, and we are out. Peace. Go Giants.